The whole body of work deals with the idea of north as a space that's vanishing, both with global warming and also just the idea of snow that's melting. The idea of absence being something that was there and is no longer, or an absent place.
I'm working with the concept of tying the environment and psychology and subjectivity and intersubjectivity together. So it's really a play about body and boundaries and how we sense the kind of place that we live in, and just playing with permeability and the idea of opening up and changing and altering, and how mutation and transformation can play with that.
Well, the title of the piece is Neither Here Nor There, Charlotte Boots Presents the Work of Kelly A. Meister. And the performance involves Charlotte coming to talk about the work. I'd say the overall theme has to do with ideas of the queer body.
The title for my current work is called Tending to Decomposition, and so it's about decomposition as really a positive thing, like all the cycles that are in the soil that regenerate the texture of the paper, and being able to form some of the imagery actually in the paper itself by using different colors of paper. And then I print on a lot of them, and I really am interested in monoprinting, which is a form of printmaking where you don't make the exact same print each time, and so I'm working on variations on a theme.
This is called Conversations in the Dark, and this was taken during my work with a group called Twin Cities Paranormal Society and a group of paranormal investigators, and these are kind of all taken during ghost hunts. And they're actually, as much as they sort of look like evidence or, a record of what was happening, they're much more kind of about the human stories as opposed to ghost stories.
This is called Failed Attempts, and I collected stories over the last 2 months. There's actually a suggestion box right over behind you. So I'm still collecting stories and putting darts in from the last couple of days. And the stories I've gotten are just wonderful. Some are funny and some are serious. It's great.
And it was really interesting too. In the process of making it, I stopped. I was making all these circles, and it's like I'm kind of going mad. I stopped and I counted them, and they're 52. So it's just like 52 weeks in a year. It kind of just fell into place, and then I went from there. So there's 4 large vellum pieces, so 4 seasons. There's 28 hanging pieces, so the lunar cycle. So I just kind of started thinking about what do I think about in time, and how do I kind of think about time moving through this piece. So it was kind of it inadvertently became this kind of understanding of time.
My background's in biology and art, so I studied comparative embryologic development and comparison with evolution, and so I'm studying specifically pollutants or hormone-mimicking chemicals that disrupt indicator species, so frogs, fish, birds, and also the developmental stage in embryology. So how we're all vulnerable at the stage of eggs, fetuses, to things, and we're really looking a lot at tissues, the permeability of tissues. So basically this installation was specifically about times when there's been mass pollution, like between Hiroshima. What was described in Silent Springs is all these sort of omens of falling birds, or falling birds everywhere. In fact, it just happened last year in both Australia and Texas at the same time, and people were like, thousands of birds fell down, we don't know what's going on, yet there's a lot of lead, there's all this evidence, but we kind of play a blind eye to it. So it's at this moment where just a few have hit, we have time to think about what we're doing and time to change it.
They are personal sanctuaries. They're just a place for respite, a place for a timeout. And as far as names, these are the grass carts, and the one outside is the trailer. So these are kind of acting as tools for meditation and an actual thing that we can use to relax rather than just doing it on our own. So this is more of a comment on that.
came to school doing sculpture and ended up doing video installation. So combining kind of still some objects along with the mark making and the videos. And so just kind of trying to combine art and sports and using sports kind of as a metaphor.